kwamba tutachagua mmoja wao apeperushe bendera ya United Opposition katika by-election. Na baada ya kukaa chini tuliona kwamba ndugu yangu Panyako tumefanya ile scientific research, tukapata kwamba ndugu yetu Panyako ako juu kidogo, na vile vile Edgar pia alikuwa amejikakamua. Lakini tukipiga hesabu kwamba Edgar akifika kwa debe na Panyako afike kwa debe, sisi wote tutapoteza. So Edgar kwa hekima yake anajua umuhimu wa the United Opposition. Tukakaa chini, tukaongeleshana, tukakubaliana kwamba sisi sote tuende tusimame nyuma ya Seth Panyako. Jambo la pili, vile vile tulikaa chini kama chama, tukasema hatutaki tupoteze kwamba huyu Edgar pia ni kijana, anataka pia yeye aongoze siku moja, na itakuwa vibaya sana kama sisi ndio tutamkataza kusimama kura na labda bahati yake ilikuwa imefika. Niliongea na Edgar, akaniambia yeye alikuwa na tamani sana kurepresent watu wa Kabarasi katika bunge ya kitaifa. Tumekaa chini na party leader wangu Mheshimiwa Rigathi Gachagua, tumekubaliana, na ningependa kutangaza leo ndio wale mashabiki wa Edgar na wakazi wa Kabarasi wajue yale tumekubaliana na Edgar. Tumekubaliana kwamba katika the nomination list ya National Assembly ya chama cha DCP, Edgar Mwanga Busiega is number 1 on that list to be nominated in 2027 as the first member.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, as you've seen in the video clip that we have begun the video with, it is a clear indication that the former Deputy President, Rigathi Gachagua, and the DCP party leader, has taken a very bold step today in withdrawing his DCP candidate in the Malava by-election. Why is this a very crucial move that Rigathi Gachagua has pulled today, and it is going to change what is going to happen in the politics of the Republic of Kenya going forward? Remember, the Malava by-election is a by-election that is going to make some certain, allow me to say it's a litmus paper for what will actually go down in the 2027 general election. The DAPK party candidate confirmed that Edgar Busiega Mwanga had opted to step down in favor of their contender, said Panyako. Now, the Democracy for Citizens Party, that is DCP candidate in the upcoming Malava constituency by-election, that is Edgar Busiega, as of today withdrawn in the race. Now, in a statement on Thursday, October 30th, DAPK party confirmed that Edgar Busiega Mwanga had opted to step down in favor of said Panyako. Wakili Busiega Mwanga, who was vying for the Malava constituency parliamentary seat on DCP, has officially stepped down and backed DAPK candidate said Panyako. As the United Opposition, they said that we now have one candidate in the upcoming by-election. The statement read. Now, Panyako was handed a direct nomination ticket by DAPK ahead of the by-election. Speaking during the handover ceremony at Chui House in Nairobi on Thursday, September 18, 2025, DAPK party leader Eugene Wamalwa said that the United Opposition had settled on Panyako for the seat. We will be sharing this report with the people of Malava today. We have no doubt that it will emerge that said Panyako is the sure bet. If anyone wants to defy the agreement of the joint opposition resolution, then the results will be reflected on the ballot on November 27th, he said. Now, before the adding over ceremony, one of the DAPK aspirants, Caleb Burundi, challenged Panyako's eligibility in the race. In a letter addressed to the National Elections Board chairman on Monday, September 15, Burundi claimed that Panyako remains a serving public officer despite the legal requirements to resign before contesting. But putting all these aside, allow me to go into this election. To speak about how this decision by Rigathi Gachagua to withdraw Edgar Busiega in the said election, what it means in the upcoming by-elections in the Republic of Kenya. Now, speaking and looking at how things are currently unfolding, we all know that President William Ruto, as of today, he is in the western region of Kenya. And also, he is in Malava, where he is visiting there on his normal campaign tours. The president is out there to sell the candidate for UDA. Remember, one man by the name of Farouk Kibet, the PA to the president, the man has camped for about 6 months in Malava and the western region part of Kenya. While he has been trying to do development tour projects to sell more so to the people of the western region, that you know what, there is no other fit candidate to be supported other than the UDA candidate. Now this tells you something. They had counted on the collapse of the united opposition in fronting the candidates in this by-election. Remember, in the by-election that are happening also in Bereno, Rigathi Gachagua and a DCP candidate for that. And that is Duncan Boy. Duncan Boy was the favorite, by the way, to the people of Embu, or to the crowd of Bereno. But Karis, who is the candidate for DP, the Democratic Party, came up, and because DP party is a party that is secluded in the Embu region, and the kingpin of Embu region is none other than Justin Muturi, who is the party leader of DP. He requested Gachagua to withdraw his candidate, the DCP candidate, from the said by-election. And Gachagua, though he knew that his candidate had the better chances, he withdrew his candidate and put aside his own ambitions and his own anger for power. The same thing has happened today. Gachagua said, it is upon time. What we want is the better united opposition, and what is good for the united opposition. And that is why Gachagua and his deputy party leader, Cleophas Malala, have come into the conclusion today that the people that thought that we are going to fight for the Malava by-election, that we are going to disagree with said Panyako, they had counted on the votes of the united opposition being divided between the DAPK candidate and the DCP candidate, so that they would walk in the middle and win. Who hung to them? Farouk Kibet has to go back to the drawing board together with Musalia Mudavadi. They have to go back to the drawing board, because right now, Seth Panyako is the candidate being backed by Eugene Wamalwa, George Natembeya, Boni Halwale, Rigathi Gachagua, Cleophas Malala, and people like Akina MP of Mumias East, Peter Salasia. Like every politician who is currently on the contest or trying to make a name for themselves in the politics of the Western Nyanza, they are supporting said Panyako. And now, this has actually revealed how the united opposition is going to work in the 2027 general election. Those that thought people like Gachagua can't put their ambitions aside and their anger of control aside, they are now not ready for what is going to unfold. Because the man has proved beyond reasonable doubt that he is not your tribal chief or a selfish politician that you thought of him to be. He has put aside the ambitions of his own party, the ambitions of himself, for the betterment of the united opposition. Because there is a certain agreement that was signed by the united opposition, a zoning agreement, that the by-elections or the elections of the Western Kenya, the candidates should vie there using the DAPK party. If it is in the lower eastern, the Ukambani region, they will vie using the Wiper party. Areas like Mombasa, Nairobi, now that one can be a matter of who is the most famous or who has the people on the ground, who has the most people on the ground. But in areas like Mount Kenya, the Mount Kenya West is for Rigathi Gachagua. Mount Kenya East is for Peter Munya and Justin Muturi. That is how things are going to work, by the way. In Kisii, it is for Matiang'i. Luo Nyanza, it's a contest on who has the largest support base there. But more so, the Luo Nyanza, it's mostly, it is one Kalonzo Musyoka. Those that doubt that the united opposition is divided, you are up for a treat. You are not ready for what these people are ready to deliver. Leave a comment on the comment section. Subscribe. See you in our next video.